Hey there everybody, Mazarok here, and today we've got some Brewmaster changes on the PTR, especially to some of the new talents like Press the Advantage. This is going to be a quick video, so please do like, comment, subscribe, Patreon link down below. If you watched the first episode of Undercover Healer and you want to see the second one, patrons already have access to it now, early access stuff, yahoo! Twitch, Discord, and merch all down below. Check that out. This isn't going to be a long video, like I said, so we're going to get into some of the Brewmaster changes that are coming into 10.1.5, because there is an ability that I was really excited for that they're kind of went in and nerfed, and I can kind of understand why at the same point, but let's talk about that. Generous Pour Tooltip has been updated to more accurately describe its functionality, and no functionality has changed, so don't worry about it if it changes the way that like you read it. It's how it's meant to be perceived. This is how it actually works. Yu'lon's Grace now stacks up to 10%, was 20%. This is an ability that you're going to be able to choose a passive, Diffuse Magic, or Yu'lon's Grace. This is something I covered in my last video when I talked about Brewmaster changes, and this is just a magic damage absorb that's I think it's 2% if I'm not mistaken here. Give me a second here. Let me check that out. Yeah. 2% of your maximum health every 2 seconds, stacking up to 10%. It was 20% apparently at some point. But I've only ever known it as 10%. This is one that they kind of snuck into the PTR with no real announcement. So this is stuff that you're going to have to kind of look into. So 10% of maximum health, it's magic, it's not physical. Could be okay, could be bad. I still think Diffuse Magic will be better, but I think this is going to be a situation-by-situation basis. Blackout Combo Tooltip adjusted to reflect the current functionality with Breath of Fire. This is just more clarification when you're reading talents. Alright, Press the Advantage. Now, Press the Advantage is a new talent that was introduced in the PTR for 10.1.5, which is a choice node with Weapons of Order. I've already covered this in depth in my last video that I made about this, but basically what it is, this is going to replace Tiger Palm, and remove some button bloat from your rotation, because you're not going to have Weapons of Order, you're not going to have Tiger Palm, you're just going to be able to run less buttons, and it's going to give you a passive amount of damage. So your main hand auto attack reduces the cooldown of your brews by 0.5 seconds and block your target's chi, dealing additional nature damage, which was the Eye of the Tiger type thing that you had before or whatever. It's kind of the same deal there. And increases your damage dealt by 1% per for 20 seconds. But that's per stack, right? So upon reaching 10 stacks, the next cast of Rising Sun Kick or Keg Smash consumes all the stacks of that 10% damage buff. But either one of those two abilities will be used at 100% effectiveness, obviously which one you choose. Now this bonus attack can trigger on behalf of Tiger Palm at reduced effectiveness. Alright, so we are seeing some changes to this ability now. The stack duration was increased to 20 seconds, which is good. On hit nature damage increased by 20% attack power, which is good, and was 10% before, which is good, but now only triggers from main hand. So this is something you're going to want to be... Now, my guess is this really killed two-handers, so instead of two one-handers. So this is, I think this is more to reflect that, but also this ability was pretty powerful on its own, being able to use both. So lots of things to be kind of viewed there. It triggers on attempted melee attacks, not just successes, which is good. It's a little buff. Facepalm and Counter-Strike apply to all targets hit by a bonus of Keg Smash, which is these two right here, Facepalm and Tiger Strike. Really, alright, solid. On hit nature damage, no longer buffed by Counter-Strike or Blackout Combo, which is a little bit of a nerf, but I kind of understand that. And Blackout Combo now correctly consumed by Rising Sun Kick. I really wouldn't worry too much about Blackout Combo. Most of us don't even run this at all. Like, I run it from time to time when I want to be cheeky and fun, but in a more serious path, like since with the 2-set, this was kind of okay to use defensively. Kind of okay to use defensively last season, but with the new tier set, it pretty much eliminated all of this. And even this was a really niche talent if you were trying to play a specific playstyle defensively. And definitely was not the meta. Like, you know, this is something that, yeah, whatever. We're not going to get into Blackout combo. And Chi Surge effectiveness is reduced when triggered by Press the Advantage. Now, this is something I wanted to test because this was happening every 10 to 15 seconds with how fast you were attacking. Now, you attack a little bit more with your main hand than your offhand, so this is a little bit of a nerf to Press the Advantage, but all in all, I think this is going to be just a general buff to Brewmaster, especially the more average Brewmaster. Now, Weapons of Order, with the way that it worked, you would get massive amounts of damage if you ramped properly, but if you did not execute that ramp properly, it was kind of middling, right? You did get a nice damage amp for getting your keg smashes up to 4 stacks for 32% increased damage, but there were ways to ramp and maximize this, and really, really insanely good Brewmasters could do stupid numbers. More average Brewmaster in the more average key isn't going to see most of those numbers. Sometimes the pack literally doesn't live long enough. Like, you know, sometimes if you've got 4 people blasting 4 to 500k in a 17 and you've got 8 to 9 mobs in that pool, they're not going to live long enough for that ramp to really see its effectiveness, right? So it all kind of differentiates a lot. This is just all go all the time. You're getting a nice damage amp throughout up to 10%. The stacks are easy to keep. 20 seconds to keep those stacks going and to get in combat and hit something again. This is something that's going to be fairly easy to upkeep and not have to ramp up between pulls or anything like that. If you got to stop for a second, it gives you time to work, right? Like if you look at the Elementium Pocket Anvil, which requires 15 seconds to be in combat or no, or else you lose your 5 stack, this is 20 seconds. And a lot of times I'm about to get in combat with the Anvil, I had to stop for a second. I didn't kite something far enough to the next pack where I lose it. 20 seconds seems like it's more than sufficient to kind of keep your stacks rolling into the next one. All in all, this is kind of... Now, this is a new ability that they had put on the PTR, so take with it a grain of salt. It's a nerf, yes, but we've never played with this live, right? This is something that they put on that they're tuning down, and I think that this is going to be a really, really fun ability to use. What do you think about these changes to Press the Advantage? Are you going to stick with Weapons of Order, or are you going to be trying this new ability when it comes out in 10.1.5 on July 11th? Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Have yourself a good one. Happy tanking. Bye.